Ezekiel Elliott will be suspended for Sunday's game against the Falcons. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals denied an injunction request from the union on Elliott's behalf, a ruling that puts his 6-game suspension back into place immediately. Here's the timeline. Elliott was suspended from August 11th to September 8th when a court granted him an injunction to prevent his suspension. That began a turbulent sequence of events in which his status was changed 5 additional times between week 1 and today, involving courts in 3 different states. The next appeal is set for December 1st, meaning Elliott is expected to miss Dallas's next 4 games before the appeal is heard. Here's Jason Garett today.
Just that we got that information and that Zeke was not going to be able to play for us this week, and my understanding is for the next 6 weeks, and the next man up. And disappointing for him, but Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden and Rod Smith will get their opportunities. So just go right back to work. Again, we're going to put those guys in, and we're going to run our offense. They're all capable of doing whatever we ask them to do physically. They're smart guys. They're prepared. They're ready to go. So I'll be excited to see them play.
Adam, it's been 475 days since this all started and 90 days since he was originally suspended on August 11th. From a legal standpoint, now what?
Well, now he waits and files that next appeal, which will be heard December 1st. But the soonest that he could play is December 10th. And even that appeal, Susie, does seem like a long shot. So he's going to be sitting here 4 games at the very least, and very possibly and likely all 6. But this is an on and off again saga that has gone on all season long, that has been disruptive to Ezekiel Elliott's season and the Dallas Cowboys. They've handled it as well as they can, but now that next appeal is not going to be heard until December 1st, that means that Ezekiel Elliott is now out officially for the next 4 games, Susie.
And just in regard to him maintaining fitness, is he allowed to be around the team during the suspension?
No, he is not. In fact, he is not allowed at the facility. He is allowed to have contact with medical people within the Cowboys organization if he has any medical issues at that particular time. But it's like Tom Brady. Essentially, for the next 4 weeks minimum, and probably for the next 6 weeks, Ezekiel Elliott is persona non grata at the Dallas Cowboys training complex.
Wow. The other major storyline out of Dallas, Jerry Jones threatening to file a lawsuit against the league. Can you sort this out for us?
Well, this is a story essentially that took a different twist and turn last night when Chris Mortensen reported that Jerry Jones has sent out a memo to all 32 owners in the league saying that basically Arthur Blank, the chairman of the compensation committee, is basically misleading the other owners and misrepresenting the contract extension that has been proposed. So all of a sudden, what had become a Jerry Jones versus Roger Goodell issue now is Jerry Jones versus Arthur Blank, the head of the compensation committee as well. And the compensation committee right now, in the words of the NFL, is poised to approve this extension, a power that they were given last May. Unanimously, by the way, Jerry Jones voting for that power for the compensation committee, 32-0. So they have the ability to go authorize and finalize this extension for Roger Goodell. But Jerry Jones is not happy about the compensation involved. He may not even be happy about having Roger Goodell back at all. He's got some support amongst a handful of owners. And what's also very interesting is this issue, Susie, embodies really an accumulation of all the issues that have plagued the league. This is partly the result of Ray Rice, partly the result of the national anthem, partly the result of Ezekiel Elliott, partly the result of Deflategate, all coming together to manifest itself in this one particular issue where Jerry Jones, frankly, has had enough.
And you can't make this up that the Cowboys face the Falcons this week. Let's stick to just the Zeke angle of this. Now that he, I guess, really isn't going to be there, the impact.
I think it's a huge impact because, and I know the Cowboys are saying the right things. Well, we have Alfred Morris, we have Darren McFadden and Rod Smith, and that's all great. They have depth at the running back position, and they've been prepared this entire season for the outcome of what's going to happen with Zeke. But when you lose your number 1 home run hitter out there on the football field, the guy that defenses sit around and they say, wait a minute, defense coordinator say, wait a minute, how do we defend the Dallas Cowboys? Well, number 1, let's take care of this guy. Let's load the box. Let's make sure that he does not beat us. Let's put the onus on the quarterback position in Dak Prescott. Well, without Zeke, you're going to have defenses now playing more coverage. more cover 2, a little bit more cover 3. They're going to have to mix it up, be able to mix it up instead of just focus on Zeke. So I think it makes the game plan easier for the Falcons and the teams that are coming up because they don't have their number one guy.
Yeah, you heard Jason Garrett say we're going to run our offense and we're going to have these other players playing running back. Well, the offense will be different because they're different players. Ezekiel Elliott is a special running back. A tough tackle for linebackers, a tough tackle for safeties, and instead of 2nd and 2s, you're going to have the situations where Dak has to be that pocket quarterback and make more plays. But I'll say this: everything that the Cowboys have been going through, that roller coaster that is the Ezekiel Elliott drama, it's amazing how sometimes teams and coaches and players, they compartmentalize everything and they focus even more when people think they're not going to be as good and they want to prove a point. So that mental toughness of the Dallas Cowboys, which I've seen without Zeke, they're just going to keep it going, and it's a great test for them.
Yep. Des Bryant, banged up, says he'll be available. This is definitely all hands on deck without Zeke.
Yes.
More on this game coming in. Tape off. Are you ready?
Ready for tape off. Let's do this.
Coming up with, we go one-on-one with Steelers star running back Le'Veon Bell. Find out what his favorite touchdown celebration has been so far. Also coming, Jalen Ramsey made headlines last week, and it had nothing to do with his play on the field, unless you call that play on the field.